So, welcome to the very first episode of Tequila and Conversations. Today, I have Vanessa Glover, native of Orangeburg, South Carolina, and we're here in Charlotte, North Carolina, the beautiful city. I'm your host, Jacoby, and let's have some conversation. So today, the tequila of choice is Teremana. Dwayne Johnson, aka The Rock. This is his new tequila he just put out, and we're gonna be taste testing it today, along with some great conversation. So, to the beginning.
To the beginning.
So, you moved to Charlotte. You've decided to do an event planning business, VNG.
VNG Events.
And what's VNG stand for?
Vanessa Nicole Glover.
Okay, so we're using our name in this.
Yeah.
This is a big thing because I know before this you were doing hospitality work. And what decided to change for you?
Well, I was doing the same thing in hotels
Okay.
for a long time, and everybody would just, randomly tell me that I just needed to start my own company, and then I lost my job due to COVID, and that really put me in a position where it was just like, what do you like to do? What are your passions? And I just discovered that I like event planning, and that even though I can't do it at a hotel right now, I can basically start my own company. So
That's pretty cool. So, in terms of event planning, like, what's your range? Like, what are you doing? Any and everything? Are you centered around one specific thing?
Any and everything. I have experience in weddings, corporate events, basically all social events, birthday
Gotcha.
parties, anniversaries. But I do a lot of corporate work as well. So yeah, all over.
Gotcha. Do you feel like it's slowly becoming a passion of yours?
Definitely is, yes. Entrepreneurship though is scary because growing up we didn't talk about. At least in my family, that was something that we just didn't discuss. Starting your own business. We always knew just to go work for someone. So for me, I know a lot about event planning, but I don't know a lot about entrepreneurship. So I'm in a position where I'm also learning as I go.
I got you.
But
so, in respect to that, what do you feel like, if you could generalize it, like, what is your biggest fear? And outside of, like, I know the natural thing is to say failure, like it doesn't pan out for me, but like when you go to the root of it, what's the real fear that you have?
Not having the reputation that I'm trying to work for.
Got you.
Because it's easy to get business cards, it's easy to build a website, it's easy to do all those, to show people that, but as far as just like clients, being happy with my work and me sticking to my word and, all that, that's my biggest fear. Just not being, professional or people just not being happy with my word.
I got you. Well, I'm a firm believer that we all have our own personal take when it comes to anything we do in life because we all experience life a little different. So in terms of that, what do you think Vanessa brings to event planning? Because this isn't the first time someone started an event planning company. So what do you bring to the table? If I'm somebody coming to you, what do you think you can give to people?
I think that I make it more personal for people than your average event planner. Use weddings for example. Yes, to me, it's a when I book a wedding, it is a piece of business. But for someone, that's your big day.
Gotcha.
And I put myself in their shoes. Like, when I get married, I don't want to do a lot of work. I can only imagine the relief it is of having someone do these things for me and understand what it means to me, even if it's not them getting married.
Makes sense.
So I feel like that's what I bring. Like I just. I put everything out on the table. I go above and beyond for my clients. That's it.
That's pretty cool because, like you said, it kind of speaks to your character as a person. You want to put yourself in the product that you're producing for these people.
Yes.
And you want to make sure that not only it's a good transaction, but they're happy because like this is a big day. It's our wedding, so I want to make sure if it's an event, it's really an event. So that's pretty cool. So speaking to that, as we're talking about weddings, as a young entrepreneur getting started with your first business here in the beautiful city of Charlotte, what's your dating life like?
What? You just threw me all the way off topic with that. What is my dating life like? Non-existent, pretty much. I guess you could say I'm casually dating, but there is nothing serious.
Nothing serious? So, okay, just in a hypothetical situation, for a young woman that's in the dating scene, you starting your own business, I know that all requires a lot of your own personal time. Do you feel like a serious relationship is even the space that you could be in right now as you're trying to build a business?
I feel like I'm willing to work to have that.
Okay.
You know, establish a connection with someone, of course, over time. However, for me, it's not more so about can I handle it, it's can they handle it? Like, can they handle someone like, you know, being busy? But this is a different type of busy because it's not like, for me, it's different than going to work, clocking in. That's like more routine. But when you have your own thing going on, you have to be disciplined.
Gotcha.
Because you literally control everything, you know? So it's up to me whether I wake up and do something, whether I wake up and not do anything. And I understand that I have to wake up and do something every day, you know? So I need someone who understands that this is my passion. And yeah, I mean, you make time for the things that you want to, you know, do and people you want to see. But for me, I think it's important for me to be with someone who also has the same job.
I got you.
Because then you just understand it, you get it.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to have somebody that's just kind of waiting on you all the time.
Exactly.
Patience does run thin with everybody, no matter how patient you are. So if they understand what you're going through, then, you know, it makes it easy for y'all to connect like you need to. Well, that's cool.
Yep.
So if I'm traveling to Charlotte and I don't know where to go, you got any fun spots that any new person could hit? We could see.
What are you trying to do?
Let's say I'm an artsy person. Where would I go?
Okay, I would take you down to Plaza Midwood, the NODA area. Plaza Midwood and NODA are like the areas in Charlotte that's known for being artsy. If you like music, you know, fashion, that's where you hang out at. So yeah. Okay,
cool. So say I'm into music, like that's my big thing.
Okay.
Are there very good venues here in Charlotte?
The Music Factory. And there's another one I honestly don't know the name of. But yeah, before Corona, like the music scene here was dope.
I got you.
For real. A lot of places in the areas I named, Plaza Midwood, know that they would have like live music nights. So I would go out there a lot.
Well, that sounds cool. Is there like an area where, say you could do a lot of walking just to view different things in the city, where you feel comfortable? Like if you had, say you went on a date, you just want to tour the city a little bit?
Yeah, of course. Downtown, uptown, Freedom Park. There's a lot of places. Yeah.
That sounds good. So would you say Charlotte has been a real positive move for you so far?
It has, yes. Charlotte is fun because I feel like it's all in one. You have the city, you have the country. You know, like it could be whatever you want it to be. You can. I feel like it's totally okay to be here and chill because it's not really like a city. However,
Gotcha.
It's still stuff to do. So.
Okay, so as a young woman, I think it's difficult for anybody, man or woman, to kind of uproot yourself from one city to the next, not really knowing what the city's going to be like for you. So what drives Vanessa? Like, what got you to get up and say, Charlotte's going to be my next move, this is what I'm going to call home, and eventually this is what I'll start my business, where I'll start my business?
I think coming from Atlanta, and, you know, that's just where I honestly just got my career started, and just coming from a city where, I mean, you walk outside and it's like you just smell hustle. Like everybody is hustling in Atlanta, you know? So it's just like being here, I feel like I'm bringing my experience from Atlanta to Charlotte, and just the things that I've seen, you know, the work that I've done there, like that's really what drives me. Like just knowing what I did there, and if this is a smaller city, like I can definitely like do even more, you know?
Makes sense. So let's take a shot to taking experiences and building on that and not being afraid to maneuver yourself to get where you want to be.
Exactly. Whew.
Break. Let's go for another shot.
Let's do it.
This Teremana Tequila. By the way, this is The Rock, Dwayne Johnson, if you didn't already know. His take on gluten-free agave tequila.
Can we just say shout out to Frank Ocean? Can I get some more? This is not a shot.
Oh, look, I'm trying to be respectful to the poor.
Thank you.
Yeah, shout out to Frank Ocean. Such a beautiful album.
Nostalgia Ultra.
Nostalgia Ultra.
Classic.
Definitely a classic. One of my favorites. Timeless music, because I definitely can listen to it at any point in time. Frank Ocean was like ahead of himself, I feel like. His music was real beautiful at the time that it came out, and it still is. So, to that shot.
To Frank Ocean.
To Frank Ocean.
You taking the whole shot, I'm taking sips.
Fair enough. So, Vanessa, when we first came on, I noticed you had on a Berg shirt. Being that I'm from South Carolina as well, I'm going to assume this is Fort Orangeburg. So what does the shirt necessarily represent?
Home.
home.
Orangeburg is home. I've lived in Atlanta for a while. I'm in Charlotte now, but Orangeburg will always be home. So shout out to Sean, aka Oberg Slim. He creates the shirts. And I bought one from him, and yeah, he's doing his thing too. His clothing line is popping. So
Gotcha. So if I was to not be from South Carolina and I came to the Burg, what kind of things should I expect?
well, Orangeburg is a predominantly black town, so you should expect to be around basically black people, black culture. I mean, you should expect country life. Honestly, it's a country, yeah.
Home of South Carolina State, go Bulldogs, for
exactly.
sure. For sure. So if we're at our local, ABC store, we're going to purchase some tequila for the night, and Teremana's on the list. What is the rating you're gonna give it 1 through 5?
A 4.
A 4 for the Teremana. That
4
is
for the Teremana.
that's pretty high, and I think to that
I like it. It's
I deserve a
smooth.
shot. It is pretty smooth.
Yeah, I deserve some more.
It's definitely pretty smooth. Well, to Teremana, some very good tequila. Vanessa gave it a rating of 4, and I think I agree. It's some pretty smooth stuff. Well, Vanessa, I certainly appreciate your time. I'm glad that you took the opportunity for us to sit down and talk. It's been a while. I'm glad to hear new things are going for you. VNG Event Planning, about to blow up. The next big, not only in Charlotte, but event planning, period. I think you should get on her early. Beautiful soul, beautiful person. So she's going to put that same amount of energy into the work she produces for you so that your event is everything that you imagine and more. So shout out to her. Shout out to this Teremana. I appreciate you guys tuning in to the very first episode of Tequila and Conversations. It's a beautiful thing. Young black entrepreneur right here to my left. Happy to see she's doing wonderful things for herself here in the beautiful city of Charlotte. And you guys stay tuned for the next one.
Thank y'all for having me. Tequila and Conversations.